Hello everyone, this is just another little video here. So I decided to make a Fire Emblem Path of Radiance tier list for all the playable characters, but I'm going to put them on a football team, and this tier list will show where I think they would play best at. Alright, so first off, you got the S tier, which S stands for safety. Now, safety is supposed to be fast and hard-hitting, that way they can cover passes well. So, I think Ranulf and Lethe definitely can be up there in the safety tier. Zahart's another one. He's fast, hard-hitting, like the other two. Lucia, she's fast, I don't think really is hard-hitting, at least in my experience. But, I mean, I think she should be good in the safety position. Next up, you got the quarterback tier. In this tier, you have Ike and Boyd. Ike, I think, can be sort of a Lamar Jackson type quarterback. I think Boyd would be a solid backup too. I'm not really too sure how he would play. Maybe kind of like just your average QB in the NFL. And then you have the running backs, which are responsible for getting the ball handed or tossed to them behind the line of scrimmage, and they run the ball. Oscar and Kieran, I think, will be pretty good for this role because they have good speed. They're kind of tanky. With Joffrey, I think he probably would be a decent third string running back. Moving on to linebackers. With linebackers, they're kind of like safeties, but they're more designed to stop short passing and running. So, Tabarn, I think, would be really good with stopping the running game because A, he's fast, B, he's big, and he can take down just about anyone. You have Nasala, the Nene man. He would be better with short passing because of his smaller stature. Same with Ulki. I think Nefany will be kind of an all-around type of person. Not really too good at most things, but she's decent enough. Moving on to wide receivers and tight ends. So, whenever I was making this tier list, I kind of forgot about the tight end position for the most part. I just kind of shoehorned it in. So, I think Har and Titania would make good tight ends because Har is strong. He's kind of good for blocking, especially. He can probably catch a few passes here and there. Titania, I think, would be good as a kind of a blocking tight end. I don't think she'd be too great with pass catching. Then you have Jill and Shannon. I think they both would be pretty good because of just their speed and yeah. Moving on to return specialists, Mia is really fast from my playthrough, and Stefan is the same class as her, so I kind of just grouped them together. These guys will return punts and kicks. Next, I had linemen. This goes for defensive and offensive linemen. So I think Braun, Gatry, and Morim will be really good O-linemen. They'll keep everybody. Well, they'll keep the quarterback and the running backs safe. With Danved, I think he will be probably a good just kind of defensive lineman. That way he can overwhelm with like speed and all that. Moving on to defensive ends, these are kind of like the bigger guys. I got Mordecai, Taraneo, Gifka, and Largo. Yeah, these are just all like beefy guys that I think will be able to get to the quarterback pretty well. Block passes, screw up the run game, etc., etc. I have Olensi as a kicker. I think she probably could have a good leg on her. I mean, who knows? Bastion, I think, would be really good as a punter because he kind of has this like, oh, I can pretty much do any role in service of the queen or whatnot. And I think he could play like a Pat McAfee type punter. I think it'd be really interesting to see. Soren, of course, head coach, can't really play, but he can sure as hell, get in there and, coach a good game. In the general manager position, I have the Merchants, primarily Anna, because she will be probably really financially sound. With the others, I think they would also be pretty good. I forgot about Nasir. Yeah, I think Nasir would be probably third string quarterback. Yeah, not too much to say about Nasir, honestly. Let's see. Moving on to fans, these are guys that I think would either... These are people that I don't think really should be playing football at all. You got your standard child units. They're literal children facing off against like adults. This isn't Pop Warner. I put like most of the Pegasus Knights in this category too, because I just don't think they'll be able to like adapt to, just kind of like the grind of NFL stuffs without being like a kicker. But I don't want to have like, 4 or 5 kickers like on a team. Let's see. Rayson, he would not be able to play because he would end up like Alex Smith every time he stepped on the field. Makalov is somebody who shouldn't be anywhere around a team in general, because he's just a garbage human being, and he'd probably be like a Bobby Petrino if he were a coach, or like a Johnny Football if he were like a quarterback or something. Like, this dude is not a good team player at all. Reese I put there because he's kind of like, I don't really want to be that violent. He's kind of like that person. I think Khalil would be more interested in like trying to get one of the guys on the football team that, to marry her or something along those lines. Like, so oh yeah, and Volk, man, I keep forgetting like characters. He would definitely be a good wide receiver. He'd be kind of like a journeyman because, in the game, like, he's kind of just like a paid spy. He wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to be so loyal to this team, I'm going to play all my years with them. Like, I think as soon as he gets like a better contract, he's going to be gone. That's kind of just all there is to it. Well, that is it for today. See y'all sometime.